and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We've got a patch watch update from CIG, going over some of the bits and bobs from the 4.1 patch that you may not know about. Now, I've done a video looking at a load of different highlights of 4.1. I've also just done a video on the new mining ship and vehicle that's come into 4.1, currently in testing on the PTU for at least Eva Carty. But I want to delve into this and give a bit of extra context. So, Alpha 4.1, Patch Watch, the power is mine. Patch Watch is back. This is where we spotlight upcoming features, improvements and fixes that aren't listed on the public roadmap, updates we think you'll appreciate. Right now, Alpha 4.1 is in testing across all PTU waves. We're in the final stretch, refining the last details, and your continued support means the world to us. Thank you. Corsair balancing. In the Drake Corsair, when the co-pilot seat is empty, the pilot now has full control over all 6 guns. However, we've fine-tuned the stats to maintain balance while staying true to the ship's original intent. The nose guns have now been standardized to size 4, so you've got 4 size 4s on the nose, while the wing guns pack a punch at size 5. If a co-pilot hops in, they'll take control of the lower 2 nose guns, ensuring a dynamic multi-crew combat experience. I'm totally fine with them sort of rebalancing the amount of firepower the Corsair has, because these things might change a few times before 1.0 even, and lots of ships are going to see different balancing sort of tweaks, especially after engineering's released. Let's move on to improved pilot firepower. Some ships now have their remote turrets linked to the pilot seat by default, allowing pilots to control them without additional crew. However, when the designated turret operators take their seats, they take full control from the pilot. Ships included in this initial pass are the Anvil Valkyrie, the wing guns there, the Anvil Carrack, the top remote turret, the Aegis Reclaimer, the 2 front side remote turrets, the Argo Raft, the remote turret there, and the Crusader Hercules' chin turret. Notably, pilots can only fire these turrets with their forward view arc, as they don't have access to the full remote turret view. A dedicated operator is required to utilize the turret's full pitch and yaw range. So, one of the things I want to say here is that that's great. I think a lot of people wanted that for a while. I don't think it actually damages multi-crew much. We are looking forward to engineering and a ton of other stuff for multi-crew, and there are still going to be specifically manned turrets which aren't remote, and some remote turrets which are just many times better when they are manned or have a dedicated gunner. Also, we might see other ships get this treatment in the future. I think a lot of people would like to see, for example, the Scorpius's remote turret get sort of pilot use. Valkyrie expanded. We've raised the height limit by 1 row on the Valkyrie's cargo grid, officially increasing its capacity to 90 SCU. So Valkyrie owners are going to be pretty happy with that, I think. There's quite a lot of internal space there, and now it's more effectively usable. Combat collision improvements. Physics. Ship collision damage handling is now done using full collision data passed down by physics. This means mass and speed is now fully calculated in the collision and will make the damage between larger and smaller vehicles more realistic. So your Anvil Arrow will no longer be able to run full speed into an RSI Polaris and provide it with a rapid unscheduled disassembly. Well, it will be able to do that. It's just the Arrow will be the one getting disassembled there. So this is obviously super important. When small craft hit big craft, they shouldn't do much damage, but the smaller craft should be totaled is the idea here, or doing very small amounts of localized damage, which kind of makes sense if you're going to have people wanting to target individual components and sort of areas and have the Maelstrom destructibility system, engineering and all that sort of jazz. Radar style update. We've improved the radar display for a smoother, more intuitive data reading experience in both combat and navigation. The background has now been replaced and radar contacts have been slightly enlarged to make nearby vehicles easier to see in space. A small adjustment that should enhance the overall cockpit experience. So this is awesome. Expect lots and lots of updates to MFDs and HUDs and cockpits and that sort of stuff in the coming months as well. Arena Commander Editions. Alpha 4.1 introduces 2 new maps Asta's Clearing, a Stanton settlement on Microtech ported from the Persistent Universe. While it didn't quite fit other modes, we're bringing it to free flight for exploration. Crossroads of Crime, the largest arena commander map ever. This map will be featured in multiplayer game modes, free flight, tank royale, team elimination, elimination and all its variants, set on a low orbit space station with low gravity, single weapon elimination, gun rush, FPS kill confirmed. Note that team-based modes in Alpha 4.0 now let you choose between light, medium and heavy armor, instead of being locked into a preset. In the future, we'll expand this to full in-game FPS loadouts, customizable across all applicable modes. Also, the next featured weapon in Arena Commander single elimination will be the Pyro SMG. Assumedly that they mean the Ripper. So this is really interesting because effectively this Crossroads of Crime map is the Theatres of War map that they had back from 2019. It's been updated a bit, but it looks like they're actually trying to bring a load of that Theatres of War stuff into Arena Commander and the Persistent Universe as well. The Hathor facilities, that sort of stuff, that's all from Crossroads of Crime and Theatres of War. Going back to that post though, AI improvements. NPCs previously had a habit of shooting at downed players, perhaps to ensure they were truly down. We've refined their behavior, so they will now focus only on live targets. Additionally, some NPCs didn't always react properly to player presence. You may have encountered situations where enemies exited their search behavior but failed to engage correctly, either firing at corpses or simply staring at players without attacking. We fixed one of the key issues behind this, where a mismatch in internal states caused NPCs to behave incorrectly. Be ready for more reactive NPCs in 4.1.0. Mining updates. So this is what the patch is all about, 4.1. It is the Align and Mine event. They've added a load of mining changes and new mining vehicles and ships and stuff as well. So to better define mining gameplay and progression, we've split FPS and ground vehicle minables into separate categories. Previously, resources like Aphrodite, Dolivine, and Hadanite were shared between both mining methods, but now each has its own exclusive minables with distinct difficulty ratings. This change ensures that mining with vehicles like the Greycat Rock offers a unique experience separate from FPS mining and allows for a clearer progression path from beginner to expert tier resources. Additionally, we've introduced 4 dedicated size 0 mining heads for the Rock, each offering specialized benefits such as improved instability reduction, resistance reduction, optimized charge windows, and increased laser power. There are the Harbour, Hofstede, Klein, and Helix mining heads. The Rock DS also has a new modifier attached to it that gives it a bonus to the optimal charge rate for all mining lasers attached. Recent adjustments based on your feedback include doubling the power of ground vehicle mining lasers, halving the charge time required to break rocks, and making FPS minables harder to extract with vehicle lasers to reinforce the intended gameplay balance. These changes aim to introduce core mining mechanics like resistance and instability gradually to allow miners to develop their skills before taking on more complex challenges. More advanced minables will be introduced over time, with some already in game, such as Jalanite. With this, you'll see just how demanding expert mining can be. We have also slightly increased the laser power of the multi-tool. So, updated adjustments to ground vehicle minables. There's Beridon, which is the sort of easy beginner mineable, Gaskite, which is the medium beginner mineable, Feminine, which is the hard beginner mineable, and a redacted medium expert mineable. They've also updated adjustments to FBS hand minables, and in difficulty order, there's Aphorite, Dolivine, Hadanite, and Jalanite, as well as 3 redacted ones. A lot of these minables you may be able to find in the caves that you open up with the Align and Mine event, and also that new mining vehicle that they've added to the game, the variant. That will be very useful as well. Just be careful about the wildlife. Boom! That was the Alpha 4.1 Patch Watch, the Power is Mine post. Yeah, really excited for Alpha 4.1. Looks like it's going to be released next week. There's a ton of stuff going on with that. Really, really, really cool patch. And yeah, lots of mining updates that are going to make a lot of people pretty happy, I think. But tell me in the comments below, are you enjoying Alpha 4.1 on the Open PTU now? What do you think of that new ship and vehicle? What do you think of all of these updates that they talked about there? What else would you like to see? Would you like to see more ships get sort of their remote turrets being able to be used by the pilot? Or do you think that actually damages multi-crew gameplay? Whatever your thoughts or questions, chuck them in the comments below. A good reason to comment is that every month we have a ship giveaway, and we're giving away a Super Hornet Mark II with Heartseeker kit and a game package, as well as lifetime insurance that was kindly given to us by CIG. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during March. Another way to feel like a winner is getting yourself some NordVPN, nordvpn.com/BoredGamer, or use the links below. Get yourself VPN for better accessibility and privacy and securities on the interwebs. I use it. I love it. Maybe you will as well. We've also got Toby Eye Tracker, which is currently on sale. Go check out the links down below for that if you want some precision head and eye tracking in Star Citizen and a load of other games. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to further support the channel, you can like, subscribe, share these videos, the join button, Patreon, all that sort of good stuff. Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the verse.